anyhow. As the final divorce of my parents is drawing ever closer, my father keeps weaponizing his family and few remaining friends. My uncle initially sued me over a less than stellar Google review. Our lawyers settled the matter. I changed the review accordingly and agreed to never question his psychological state in public, which I will not, instead leaving the assessment up to the individual reader. Months before, just as my mother was running for public office, my uncle launched a harassment campaign against Mom. He created several social media accounts, called local press and blackmailed her, now former, party. His claim was always the same: that Mom had somehow never completed any formal education and forged her college diploma. This claim originated with my father. It's a myth him and his new girlfriend retroactively created to rationalize why he would cheat on her, which is quite preposterous. In the past years many more false claims have been made about Mom and me, too. Just as I was running for public office myself in 2023, anonymous sources emailed the local press accusing me of pedophilia, racism and being a high school dropout. In 2022 I was swatted after anonymous callers claimed I had a gun and was going to shoot up a church. Looking back, it's now obvious the source was my father, since he wasn't the least bit surprised when police knocked at their door first and had somebody laid down fully dressed in shirt and jeans. In 2021 somebody created a fake Facebook profile with my name and photos, claiming I had passed away. The only people still harping about this now are my uncle, my father and his new girlfriend. There were also anti-Semitic channels on Telegram featuring my face with a swastika and the term Jude prominently featured on my forehead. As the final divorce proceeding is drawing near, my father and his family become ever more aggressive and their claims ever more outlandish. My uncle spent the entire weekend harassing me, blackmailing me for money and insulting me, while, ironically, claiming I was being insulting. Something I've almost gotten used to. Alas, today there was a first provisional hearing and my father appeared in tattered, dirty clothes that just reeked. He immediately approached my mother's lawyer, smirked and exclaimed, "Hier ist Anwaltspflicht und ich hab ja keinen Anwalt mehr. Das wird dann wohl nichts." Lit. Having a lawyer is mandatory for this proceeding and I happen to have none, so I guess we won't get divorced today. I was told that during the hearing he spent a great amount of time screaming that Mom was a cheat and liar and that, because of this, she shouldn't have the right to divorce him. What? Is it just me, or shouldn't he be happy to get divorced from a liar and cheat anyhow? I suspect my uncle will read this too, since he's now stalking me on Reddit as well. Admittedly, I take at least a bit of joy in his Mr. Bean meets Donald Trump level rant. Him not knowing what Bill stands for is just too funny. I hope nobody ever tells him, "What a silly Billy." The sheer dysfunctionality of my father's family. I wish he could remember how they treated him when his father passed and he didn't receive a single red cent in inheritance. Or what happened after he had a car accident while transporting merchandise for the family business. His car was totaled and they didn't help him either. Actually makes me appreciate my mother's family so much more. Mom's family has their issues, like all families. But they're always supportive of each other. They never forget that they're kin, and there hasn't been a single instance in her family's recorded history of one family member suing another, let alone stealing from each other or assaulting one another. I've never experienced a family as beastly and disgusting towards each other as my father's, so a seemingly just average family like Mom's feels like the second coming of Jesus.